Good people, I just got a package from Lenovo. This is the Yoga Slim 7. It is the 2023 model, and it's got AMD's 7040 series CPU, and it's got some wicked other crazy specs like a beautiful display. So let's go ahead and unbox it. So right after I unboxed this laptop, I thought, okay, we'll just go outside and shoot some content on the Slim 7, but unfortunately, it is raining here in Toronto, and it's the middle of August, it's 20 degrees, I'm cold, I think summer's over, which is really, really sad. But anyways, what you're looking at right now is a sensor that's 5 megapixels and can shoot in 1080p, and Lenovo has done some AI tuning to make sure that the skin tone pops. They've also implemented a 4 microphone array system, so it can actually capture vocals really well. Right now, it's actually pretty loud. I can, hear the traffic. It's great for meetings. I love that. And if you are kind of concerned about privacy, they have a kill switch located on the side, so you don't have to worry about leaving your webcam on all the time. Which is pretty cool. It's almost 7 in the morning. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go make some breakfast and head to the studio. Let's talk a little bit more about the Slim 7.
Okay, I'm in the M340i. Carsten is highly focused in the Audi S5 Sportback, provided generously by our friends at Audi Queensway. Thanks very much to them. With the Audi, no longer with the Audi.
I was just catching up with some Throttle House content. Those guys make some amazing stuff. I was actually listening to the front-facing speakers on the Slim 7, and they actually sound really good, guys. I could hear the V6s and the C43, the brand new C43. I don't know what AMG was thinking about, but anyways, yeah, love them, love the speakers. It's just a great laptop for entertainment and stuff. But yeah, now I gotta head back to the studio. By the way, huge thanks to Lenovo for sponsoring this video. All right, let's talk about what's new with this year's Slim 7. The first update is the refresh to AMD's Ryzen 7040 series CPU. In this case, we have a Ryzen 7 7840S APU. That's right, an APU. Now, what does that mean? Well, for starters, it stands for Accelerated Processing Unit. So basically, this is a custom designed chip specifically for the Slim 7 laptop by combining a CPU and a 3D iGPU into a single die, and the end result is a processor with 8 cores and 16 threads, along with a Radeon 780M GPU with 12 compute units. But how does that compare to something like the Ryzen 7 7840HS? Well, from our conversations with Lenovo and AMD, they mentioned that this APU features the same die and configuration as the 7840U series, but with higher clocks and power levels, though not to the same level as the HS variant. Now, that's a pretty cool collaboration since the chip requires less space while giving massive portability gains. This laptop's only 13.9 millimeters thin, which is just over 0.5 inches in set height, so that's literally puts this in the Ultrabook category. It also weighs less than 3 pounds, which has been a great relief for my back since I usually carry a ton of things back and forth between my home and the studio. This is a 14-inch laptop, so it fits perfectly inside my backpack, and I'm really enjoying this tidal teal color option, guys. I use the Brevity jumper backpack in this pine green finish, and boy, it adds a nice contrast with the Slim 7 laptop. Oh, and it also matches my water bottle. Lenovo is also offering the Slim 7 in Misty Gray, which is also a popular option if you're looking for a clean and minimalistic setup. If you're also wondering what else is in my backpack, well, I've got my Fujifilm X-T3 camera with a 28mm f2 lens that I mostly use to shoot cars. Be sure to check out my personal page. I also carry a 56mm prime 1.4 for that gorgeous compression. It's been great for product shots like this, and this. I also have a separate cable pouch for all of my USB-C cables and dongles and adapters. Now, if my week doesn't involve a lot of filming, I just usually bring my laptop with me to work. Plus, I also like to explore the cafes in the area, so I do carry the yoga sleeve to store the laptop, and it comes with a convenient pen holder and an extra compartment for small accessories like this yoga mouse and the included 65-watt power adapter. This thing is super compact, doesn't take up a lot of space, charges the laptop over USB-C. Plus, the added benefit to the Slim 7 is that it supports rapid charge. So plugging in the laptop for 15 minutes will yield you close to 2 hours of runtime, which is awesome. Now, in terms of battery life, Lenovo did equip the Slim 7 with a 70 watt-hour battery. And so for my testing, it usually lasted for about 8.5 to maybe 10 hours, depending on my usage. So this is all involving, stuff like productivity, like using Google Documents and researching about products for my YouTube videos, but also at the same time watching YouTube videos in 4K. So again, from a portability standpoint, this thing can run off of battery, no problem. Again, this is all thanks to the power efficiency that AMD's Ryzen processors bring to the table. And of course, you can't also forget that you've got a Radeon GPU inside as well, which works hand in hand with the CPU to give you a really awesome experience when you're just on the go. Now, while being extremely slim, the one compromise you'll have to deal with is the lack of ports. Now, don't get me wrong, seeing more than 2 USB-C ports is welcoming, but the lack of a USB Type-A port is a bummer since the Yoga mouse comes with an included 2.4G Type-A receiver, and I just don't have a port to plug it into, which forces me to stick to Bluetooth. That, plus the lack of an SD card reader, did add a bit of a bottleneck to my workflow since I had to rely on third-party adapters to offload content shot from my camera. That being said, AMD's new Ryzen CPU has added support for USB 4, which does give users the opportunity to plug the Slim 7 to external docks to power a workstation. I have a setup just for that, and the ability to power all of my gear with a single cable is truly a dream come true. I do spend the majority of my time planning, storyboarding, researching, and scripting videos for the channel. So having a laptop with a good quality keyboard is important. And thankfully, Lenovo has a great track record for implementing some of the best keyboards on their laptops. This one in particular features 1.5mm of key travel, and it sports a concave dish, resulting in a robust and comfortable typing experience. It's also backlit, allowing you to type effortlessly even in dim lit environments. I also appreciate the hotkeys on the function row, like this mic mute key that has been handy for Zoom meetings. Not to mention, the Comfort Edge design is a thoughtful implementation since it not only adds a premium look to the laptop, but also it complements my typing as I didn't have to worry about edge marks on my wrist. The build quality of the Slim 7 is pretty solid. A portion of the materials used here have been sourced from recycled materials, like this bottom D cover, as well as the housing for the power brick. The top panel is made out of aluminum, and the sides are, of course, all metal, which is just great. Now, aside from doing YouTube full-time, I also do some freelance photography work during my leisure. I know, I just don't like idling around. But anyways, recently I had a few shoots here in Toronto, and I used the Slim 7 to edit all of my photos. And the experience has been pretty incredible. First of all, it is an OLED panel, which gets you those inky blacks. It's 3K, 16:10, 90Hz display with 100% P3 coverage. So editing in Lightroom has been an awesome experience. Having a color accurate screen is crucial for my editing workflow, and the Slim 7 delivers exactly that. Plus, with its touchscreen support, I can tweak around with my exposure settings, tone curves, as well as HSL sliders efficiently, all while delivering quality content to my clients. It's also pretty bright, coming in at 408 nits, but I did find myself distracted outdoors while using this glossy screen. I was able to test out a few applications to see where this Ryzen APU aligns. So to reiterate, this is an 8-core 16-threaded processor with 32GB of DDR5 memory, and its performance was pretty close to last year's Slim 7 Pro X laptop featuring the Ryzen 9 6900HS CPU. But keep in mind that the Pro X was a lot thicker and heavier than this year's Slim 7. Plus, you also missed the dedicated GPU, but the fact that you're getting almost 90% of the performance in a chassis that's a lot thinner and lighter is pretty awesome. Now, I'm sure Lenovo is working on a revised version for the Pro X series this year, but for those of you who need a super portable laptop with great performance, this year's Slim 7 is a great option. The last thing I want to discuss here is pricing and availability, and unfortunately, Lenovo is not offering the Slim 7 in North America. I know, it still doesn't make any sense. This would have been a great option for students who are shopping around for a laptop for the school year, but yeah, it's just not coming to North America at the time I'm making this video. But from a pricing standpoint, like I said, you're looking at roughly $1199 for the base spec with a Ryzen 5 CPU, and for the top of the line spec, which is a Ryzen 7 CPU that I have over here, it's around $1299, which is not bad considering you're getting 32GB of RAM, a terabyte of storage, and a really beautiful screen. but come on, Lenovo. I mean, just please bring it to NA. It's my humble request. So yeah, that's the Lenovo Slim 7. Let us know what you guys think about this laptop. Again, considering its size, form factor, and all the features you're getting, you know, what do you think about it? Let us know in the comments. I'm Iber with hardwarecanucks. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.